Sometimes it's not the final score that gets everyone talking. Sometimes it's just a simple gesture, a pair of gloves tossed into the stands. But when that player is Travis Kelce and the game is a really tough loss at home, well, that simple gesture could mean everything. Today, we're digging into the question that's on every NFL fan's mind. Was that his final goodbye to Arrowhead?
So picture the scene, right? The game's over. It's a brutal loss. Travis Kelce is walking off the field and he just peels off his gloves and tosses them into the crowd. Now, for any other player, that's just a cool souvenir for a fan. But for Kelce, after this particular season, it just felt different. It felt heavy. It felt final. And instantly, everybody was wondering the same exact thing.
And that really is the big question, isn't it? Was this just raw frustration boiling over after a terrible game? Or was it something more? A quiet, symbolic wave goodbye from an absolute legend? To even begin to understand the weight of that moment, you first have to understand the game that led right up to it. Okay, so let's set the stage, because this wasn't just any old loss. For the Chiefs, this game was just an exercise in pure frustration, and it created the perfect storm for everything that came after, right down to that last emotional moment with the gloves. The final score says 20-13, Denver on top, but honestly, those numbers don't even begin to tell the whole story of how much the Chiefs' offense struggled. I mean, some people were calling the performance flat out putrid. They just could not get anything going all night long. And get this number, 139. That's the total yards for the offense for the entire game. For a team like the Chiefs, a team we know for its explosive, high-flying offense, that number is just staggeringly low. It's a huge sign that something was completely off. And Kelce himself, man, he was just uncharacteristically quiet. 5 catches, only 36 yards. For a guy who has practically reinvented the tight end position for the last decade, this was nowhere near the kind of dominant game we're all used to seeing from him. And of course, that just added more fuel to the fire about his future. In a game this tight, this ugly, this low scoring, it almost always boils down to one single critical mistake. And in this case, one penalty at the absolute worst possible time completely sealed Kansas City's fate. And here is where the heartbreak really happened. Okay, so the Broncos are staring down a make-or-break 4th down. If the Chiefs get a stop here, they get the ball back with a real chance to go win it. But before the ball's even snapped, Chris Jones jumps offside. Just a crushing penalty. It gives Denver a fresh set of downs, and literally moments later, Bo Nix throws the touchdown that puts the game on ice. And just like that, the second the game was over, the entire conversation completely flipped. Nobody was talking about the penalty or the final score anymore. It was all about number 87 and those rumors that have been quietly swirling all season long. Now look, this wasn't some brand new idea that just popped out of nowhere. The retirement talk had been following Kelce around for a while. As his production this year has been, maybe a tiny step below his own impossible standards, that question has just been lingering in the background. And you can really hear the conflict in his own words. He said, a loss like this actually motivates him, right? It leaves a sour taste in his mouth that he wants to get rid of. But then he also admits, I gotta make the right decision for me. It's not just about what his heart wants to do, it's about what's actually smart for his long-term future. The good thing is, he also made it really clear he's not gonna be making this massive decision all by himself. He said he's gonna lean on his brother Jason, who just went through his own emotional retirement, and also on Tony Gonzalez, another all-time great tight end who knows exactly what this whole process feels like. So you take all of it. The frustrating loss, the quiet performance, the gesture with the gloves, his own uncertain words, and it all just leads us right here to one massive, unresolved question that's just hanging over the Chiefs and the entire league. And this is what we're all left with. I mean, after a career filled with championships, iconic plays, and broken records, could this really be it? Could the final memory of Travis Kelce playing at Arrowhead Stadium be a quiet night? A bitter loss, and a final uncertain goodbye? Right now, all anyone can do is wait for an answer.